Warning, the Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, Creepers and Geekers Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Guys, you all know the frustration. I guarantee you all feel it. You get your Flashback 2 home. Bam, there it is. Maybe even your Flashback portable. What, your Flashback 2's not jammed into a cigar box? Pfft, the fuck you doing with your life? But regardless, you get these systems, you bring it home, and every year they add more and more titles to it. But there are always those titles like Demons of Diamonds, Breakout, Super Breakout, Kaboom! Games that require the amazing paddle controllers, and they don't include them. That's not even an option for something like this. And unless you have a pair of these laying around, you're fucked when it comes to those specific games. Now, the argument could be said that, yeah, well, it's only a couple of games. Well, don't put them on there if the option to play them isn't there. Sure, you could try to play with the joystick. Have you tried to play Kaboom with a joystick? Get the fuck out of here with that. But unless you have a set of paddles sitting around, and, you know, let's be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, you and I may be the type of person that might go out and get a Flashback and enjoy these and collect them. But the market, the intended purchaser, the impulse buyer that the Flashback is intended for, is more than likely not going to have a set of paddles. And if they do, they're probably in the basement, and they need cleaning, and they're not going to either have the know-how nor the give-a-fuck enough to make that happen. So when it comes to games like that, you're screwed. And before I get 100 questions, this is my Cigari 2600. This is a Flashback 2 with a cartridge port mod jammed into a cigar box. Needless amazingness. This was a gift from my buddy Canadian Zangief. I did a whole video about it. Okay, so no need to ask me 100 questions about this. That's all you need to know. Enter the Intellivision Amico. Yeah, we're going to have to use a little bit of imagination, so get over it. Beautiful piece of hardware, and it will also come with 2 controllers attached to the top, similar to its grandfather here. The controller, this is a close enough approximation to it to get my point across. It's a controller set up similar to this. It'll have a disc down here that won't be as much of a fucking nightmare as this thing is. Feels like it'll be a much usable disc. It'll have a space here for other doohickey button thingy-mabobbies to do. Buttons on the side, maybe not in the same placement here. But regardless, again, close approximation to this. Now, speaking specifically about 2 titles in particular, 2 Atari titles that are slotted for the Amico, Tempest and Breakout. Both games needing an analog paddle style controller. Now, when you talk about analog, most people think about analog sticks on modern day controllers. It's my understanding, and please correct me down below if I'm wrong, that uses a different type of signal to send the information to the screen. It's not as precise. Whereas on, say, your paddle controllers, you have a potentiometer inside there. It's a variable resistor, I suppose you could also call it. I believe it uses rotary encoding, so to speak. And when you're spinning on this, it's as precise as it can be. If you go fast, whatever is happening on the screen will go fast. If you go slow, it'll take its sweet ass time. So there's a precision and a beauty and a finesse to rotary dial analog controls. Whereas with something like this joystick here, it is a digital input device, meaning there is no precision to it. Whenever you push left, whatever on the screen is there is going to just go left. You cannot control how fast or slow with this joystick. Donkey Kong is a great example. I press right, Mario's only going to go right so fast, and you cannot control that. Whereas with other games like Pong, Kaboom, Breakout, you need that level of precision, fast, slow. You need to be able to tell it exactly how fast or how slow that paddle needs to go back and forth to take care of what you're doing. The game is designed that way. Whereas most other games are designed for just a simple digital input. Your NES pad, your SNES pad, same exact principle. And there's nothing more frustrating than getting these systems to play conveniently the second generation of games and not being able to play them properly because you don't have the proper control. Something as simple as that. That is the most important thing besides the system. You need the controller in order to make the things happen on the screen. So, With these games coming out on the Amico, I am not going to unassume that that style of controls will be built into the disc. And I'm pretty sure just holding the disc and playing it like this will work just fine. But Tommy has already spoken about little attachment things, buttons you can put on the touch screen. You can also put on your phone, all kinds of stuff like that. Now, whether or not he's showing them or not, I can't remember. But I've seen them. I've seen them. But here's one thing I don't think I remember him talking about. Boop. A little rotary dial to attach to the disc. Like I said, the disc itself might be more than fine to play with. Don't mind Frankenstein here. If you want to shape it like Frankenstein, go ahead and take my little my idea here, Tommy. It's yours. You can have it for free. Because I'm pretty sure Universal is going to want a lot of money for that idea. But regardless, the point is just a little something to give us just a little bit more. I mean, I guess I could just use Frankenstein here, but regardless, something specifically made. You have a dude from fucking NASA. I'm sure you can figure that out. But in all honesty, without being smug and without being a punk, not an NES punk anyway, I think that would be an amazing inclusion with every console. I could tell you, I can give you a list of 55 and a half people that would cream their pants if something like this came in there for those style of games. So yeah, if you could honestly either chime in and let me know that wouldn't that be something, or if you could come right out and say it will happen. Hell, if you come out and say it won't happen, I mean, of course I'm going to scarf at you, Tommy. But if this is an idea that hadn't been thought up yet, there you go. Think tank, Boston style. But in all seriousness, something to attach to the disc to make it feel a lot more of a rotary kind of deal would be amazing. Especially for those two titles alone. And there's probably going to be, I mean, you got Pong too. Pong. So there's 3 games. My mistake. Pong, Tempest, Breakout. Just for those 3 games alone, a little piece of plastic like that. A little piece of plastic like that will be greatly appreciated. And if you don't make it, guess what? I will. And I will sell them on Etsy. But either way, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I had to get this off my chest. I really hope there's an inclusion for a rotary paddle kind of attachment for the disc. I think that would just step it up the next notch. So guys, go ahead and leave me feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all feedback to the Creep is positive. Yeah, seriously, let me know down in the comments what you think. If it's something that's already been announced and I missed it somewhere, let me know. Tommy, chime in, please. I know you will. I really do appreciate the level of communication you keep up with all of us knuckleheads. I'm sure we appreciate just as much as you appreciate us spewing the love for Amico. Guys, I hope you're having a great week. Happy hump day. And you're almost there to the weekend, so you can, not really go out and too much. But either way, you get what I'm saying. So guys, hope you're doing well. Thank you always so much for watching. Until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye. Paddle. Good.